Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? Back with another trade recap. I will be going over my one trade I took today. Unfortunately, it was a little break even trade, and I'm going to switch up the format for this video. Um, I'm going to run you through the notes I took while the trading session was occurring, and hopefully, you guys can learn some stuff. So every day before market opens around 9 o'clock, I like to take pictures of the daily time frame, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 15 minute to help create a bias and direction of where I think the market will move during the New York AM session. So right here, we have the daily time frame picture. Of course, we're looking bullish. We have this unmitigated busy right here and primary sell side all the way down here. Now dropping down to the 4 hour, excuse me, we have this unmitigated new day opening gap, and we have this orange line, which is the EQ of the 4 hour range from the swing low to the swing high. As we can see, we're in a heavy premium right now, meaning that the market makers are likely not buying any more orders just because we're so heavily priced in. Dropping down to the 1 hour, we see that during London session we created a 1 hour fair value gap and it turned into an IFG. We retested this pre-market hours, and I want to, what the fuck? There we go. I want to point out the candle body closures for this candle and this candle. Look how precise and where we close. Both of these candles came back down in order to close below consummate encroachment of this fair IFG, which to me showed that we wanted to continue going lower. And right here we have this minor sell side, which is inside this busy. So my thoughts going into the market, I wanted to see this 1 hour minor sell side get swept, and then hopefully catch some support from this busy and go back up to all-time highs. If we created another IFG on the 1 hour time frame, I was looking to go all the way down into this busy and hopefully catch some support here. Honestly, I would have preferred this to occur because we would have been way closer to the equilibrium of the 4 hour price leg that I mentioned right here. So yeah, those were my thoughts on the 1 hour. Dropping down into the 15-minute time frame, I marked out our latest new week opening gap with the quadrants. And right here we can see that we are respecting this 15-minute SIBI during pre-market time. We came up, rejected it, came up again, rejected it. And I really want to emphasize this bearish candle right here, the one that my cursor's over. If you guys look at where we closed below that red line, which is consummate encroachment of the new week opening gap. And to me, that was my telltale sign that we were going to reach this minor sell side. If we didn't close below here, I would have been a little iffy on going short, and I would have looked for longs. But since we did get this candle closure below this red line, I was very confident that we would at least reach this minor sell side. So here are my notes for each time frame. On the daily, I said we're still super bullish. We're creating new all-time highs. Longs are the play until they're not. On the 4 hour, we have bullish structure in a premium, and we had a little as busy right here. And I just noted that I wanted to know how we react off the Peter Ray. Drop down to the 1 hour. like I mentioned, we created this bearish IFG. Excuse me. I said if we go up, I want this to act as resistance, propelling price even lower. And I said we're headed to the BSC and minor sell side right here. I also noted the BSC right above the mean threshold of the range, just for further notes. And then on the 15-minute time frame, my notes were bearish market structure, candle closure below consummate encroachment of new week opening gap, which is that red line, and we're respecting the SIBI, meaning that on the 15-minute time frame, the lower time frame, we are bearish and we will likely continue going lower. I always mark out if we have news events coming up just to be aware and cautious. And of course, it was no news Monday. And my overall notes, my pre-market notes, I said my first strong liquidity is that minor sell side. 15-minute time frame is looking like we want to sweep the low. After minor sell side is swept, I want to long since higher time frame is ultimately bullish. And I said I will look for longs once we are over consummate encroachment of new week opening gaps. So, yeah. So we opened up and we did not create a regular trading hours gap, which tends to mean that price action is going to be choppy, not clean, not smooth. We usually create a shitty price action day whenever the regular trading hours gap is small or non-existent, as it is right here. The ideal regular trading hour gap for points, you want it to be around 70 to 100 points. Whenever that occurs, we usually get really, really good PA. Just a little tip for you guys watching. I said tiny ass gap, conditions today could be sloppy. So I said that at 9:30. I said gotta be careful. Price is seeking minor sell side. We'll try to get in on the play, but will not force it. So as soon as we opened, we created this 9:30 SIBI. We respected it, and we got a change in state of delivery to the downside. I didn't enter it because this is not my model. I just like to mark it out and build my confidence and reassure myself that I am a god at reading these markets now with technical analysis. So would have been a break-even trade, and we failed to sweep the low on that first move down. I also noted that ES was going up and that we were not correlated, creating bullish SMTs. And this is the first trade I took off a 1-minute IFG. I had a limit placed at the first percent of fair value gap low, targeting minor sell side. So I had a bearish sentiment, 1 hour bearish IFG, 15-minute candle closure below new week opening gap, 1-minute candles respecting consummate encroachment of new week new week opening gap and new week opening low. And my entry confirmation was the 1-minute IFG. So the order type I decided to go with was a limit and break even once we got some displacements through the downside, because we were pretty close to 9:30 open, which tends to be volatile, and I usually don't like to take trades as soon as the market opens. I said I got break even, not upset, solid trade idea, and I said TP will likely be hit, and it did get hit. So here are the pictures I took. So right here, I went in with 5 contracts, risking about $300, and it was like a 1.7R trade, I believe. So as soon as we got this candle right here, I went break even. I probably should have waited for the swing low, but it is what it is. And as we can see, my technical analysis was correct. We ended up respecting the first percent of fair value gap and propelling price lower to minor sell side. So unfortunately, I missed out on that trade. Then once we swept minor sell side, I was good to go long. So I flipped my bias to bullish. And actually, let me talk about this right here. Not that. 1 minute candles respecting new week opening gap low. So right here are the 1 minute candles I am talking about. Look how we failed to close above this purple line. To me, that signaled that we wanted to go lower. And again, right here, look how well we respected consummate encroachment of this gap. Just another sign telling me that price wants to go lower. So yeah, so this is the second trade I took. Well, I was going to take. I was waiting for a 1 minute candle IFG to the upside. Unfortunately, we did not get the candle closure above this yellow line, so I didn't enter and I had to wait for the next candle. Unfortunately, the next candle was all the way up to my break even, so I was like, I'm out. I'm not going to risk that much because the risk to reward would have been chopped. And here are my notes. I said I wanted to take this long. Break even would have been at first percented. Candle closure was way too high, so not going to enter. And after that, I wanted to see a 5 minute busy get formed. And I was looking to take longs out of that if we did get the 5 minute fair value gap. I also wanted to see a nice candle closure above consummate encroachment of new week opening gap, because this would have confirmed that price wants to go higher to all-time high. And unfortunately, no 5 minute candle closures, no 5 minute bullish fair value gap was formed. We started to chop around. And I just noted 5 minute candle bodies are respecting new week opening low. We won't go higher until we get a 5 minute candle closure above the line. Right here, as you guys can see, the candle bodies are respecting this purple line. And then this is another trade idea I had. I said I wanted to take this long, but decided not to because we failed to close above first percentage fair value gap. I believe the draw on liquidity is higher though, and I was just waiting for more confirmation. So I really put an emphasis on where candle bodies close because I believe that they foreshadow where price wants to go in the future. And I don't know, I think that's just discretion that you build over time, looking at the charts for hours and hours and hours. Eventually you start noticing little details, and yeah. So where was this? So this was the first long I wanted to take. We failed to close above the new week opening high, which sent price lower, but we did get another opportunity to take a long out of this 1 minute busy. Excuse me. So again, I was waiting for this 1 minute candle, for this 1 minute bearish fair value gap to get inverse with this candle, but we did not. So I had to wait till the following candle, and of course, some weird ass PA occurred, and we just shot up all the way up here. So as soon as that happened, I called it a day. I was like, PA is not being good, probably because of that regular trading hours gap being so tiny. And yeah, I just called it a day. It was bad price action today. I saved myself money from not losing, and yeah, I can't be upset about that. And then my final notes were crazy session, 1 to 2 long, done for the day. But yeah, I'm just really proud of my technical analysis today. I thought I did a really good job um, dictating where the draw liquidity was and not forcing any trades. I know a lot of people got chopped up today and wanted to take out all this low resting liquidity, but for me, it was not worth it. I didn't like what the chart was providing me, so I didn't want to force anything. And then this is what my chart looks like whenever I'm trading. And yeah, that's basically it. So it looks like we're bullish. We just opened up again. We're probably going to take out this all-time high for tomorrow. But yeah, that's about it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. If there's anything I can tell you guys to pay attention to, is consummate encroachment of gaps and where candle bodies are closing. Yeah, I think it will help you guys a lot in the future to decide where price wants to go. Other than that, if you learned anything today, drop a comment. If you guys have any video suggestions, please let me know. But that's about it for my break-even trade recap. Yeah, peace out. Thanks for watching. Have a great week, y'all, and go lift some weights.